Well, the wind was blowing last night. I'm telling you, and my knees knew all about it yesterday afternoon and last night. Good morning, Pat.
And good morning. And the wind will blow again today.
Boy, it was. I couldn't believe how constant it was last night. It was like a train going by my house almost the whole night.
Yep. Now you have a big storm that's in the Canadian Maritimes and a big high that's over central Canada. Between the two, the pressure gradient is very tight. That's why your barometer is not high.
And that's why my knees are killing me. I mean, I had a real rough day yesterday afternoon, and even last night trying to sleep with the knees. And all I could figure was, got to be the barometric pressure. So it's got to be something like that.
Yeah, it probably is. So they're not going to relieve you today, unfortunately. Mid 30s, sun and patchy clouds and windy. Tonight, 15 to 20. Saturday, Sunday, partly sunny, mid 30s. Monday, sunny, low 40s. Next week, we are definitely in for a warming trend. We are easily getting into the 60s, I think, next week.
Yay.
However,
Yes.
the week after that will not be pretty.
Uh-oh.
So I think enjoy the milder weather next week, because I do think that as we go into mid-month, which is of course the following week,
Yeah.
I do think the weather pattern is going to change,
And we're gonna
and
get.
it'll definitely be more wintry.
I was going to say we'll get one more shot of winter, huh?
At least one more shot, if I could see that. Yep, that's it. And I just want you to know that yes, sir, I have finished my spring forecast.
Good, because we're down to the last month of the way. People demanded now that I put that forecast up on our website page.
Really?
Yeah. So when I put it up and we take and as it goes through, one month we take that month off, the next one. If people have demanded that go, I had a lot of people just say, put that forecast up. So.
Well, good. I'm going to be sending that to you. We'll probably talk about it on Monday.
Okay.
So I'll send it to you. I know in my chiropractor office back last fall, I gave them the winter forecast, and they said, Pat, you may have been off 1 week with that February storm, but to put out a forecast in October and forecast a large storm in February is pretty good. And they thought that the overall the long range forecast turned out pretty accurate, and I did too. While we're talking about that, I don't think we did too good this week. This is the first week of March, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
First week of March, showers, partly cloudy with a wintry mix late. That is not going to happen. No wintry mix. But we started with some showers earlier, and then this week, and then it's been partly cloudy. So second week, it doesn't look good either. Wintry mix and clearing of milder. Well, the clearing of milder is good, but the wintry mix is out. So part of that will be correct. The third week, I said fair and seasonable, and now I don't think it's looking all that great. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, right? Because then the fourth week, I have rain and snow, and then the last few days, I have showers and windy. So we shall see. Sometimes, you could go off on these long range things, and we do it for fun anyhow.
Now,
Right?
we talk about this. You realize that this year's volcanic activity has been very high, right, so far?
Yes, it has. Yeah.
And the Pacific Rim especially. Once again, I'm a big believer that you have that much volcanic activity and that much stuff that goes up in the very high atmosphere. It has to have some influence on the weather. It has to.
It probably does. And in talking about that, the National Hurricane Center is contemplating moving up to start a hurricane season. Instead of beginning June 1st, they're thinking about beginning it now in the middle part of May.
Wow.
Yep. And all indications right now are for the hurricane season this year to be very active. Now, we don't think it'll be as active as last year, which was a record breaker. We went into the Greek alphabet. But we do think that this is going to be a very active season.
Well, we'll see what happens, but yeah. So but that's one thing. The volcanic activity normally to me just means, our weather is what is. It's, it's extreme. Everything's extreme. Either it's extreme dry, extreme cold, extreme rain, extreme snow, no rain. It doesn't balance out like it used to.
Oh, it really doesn't. And if it does balance out, it balances out at weird times.
Yeah, yeah. It's
You
just
know, it's
strange.
not. It just doesn't. It just doesn't fall naturally.
So
So
do you have
we'll
big
see what
plan?
happens.
Do you
By
have
the
big?
way, I do think spring. I do think spring is going to be warmer than normal.
Well, we can use that. So you got a big weekend planned, or are you going to relax this
Not at
weekend?
all. No. I have to go to my accountant tomorrow. Not for the income tax stuff.
Yeah.
She said it won't be long. So I have to do that tomorrow afternoon, and then tomorrow night I go to my friends Michael and Joe. It's their turn to to host dinner, and they're hosting dinner tomorrow night, and that's it. The rest of the weekend, I'm gonna just sit back and lay low. I didn't fix the mailbox yet, the one that they ripped down with the plows.
Yeah.
I was able to get the 4x4 out of the pedestal of the mailbox. So I got that out. Now I'm waiting for a special, uh, it's called a screw, but that goes into the earth to hold the 4x4, and then you slide the pedestal over that. So I'm waiting for that to come. Once that comes, then I'll get my mailbox back up, because right now I have to go and get my mail at the post office. They're putting it aside for me. And they're really, really nice people, and I just don't want to keep doing that. And they said, "Oh, don't worry, it's not a problem. It's not a problem." But I asked the town about, them repairing it, and they said, "No, we don't do that.
Yeah, of course not.
Of course not." So they knocked them out. God knows how many mailboxes they knocked down, because when I walk down the street, I see at least 4 or 5, down. So, but you have a choice, folks. You get your streets plowed,
Or you
and
have
your
mail.
mailboxes down, or you have mailboxes with no streets plowed.
That's right. All right. Well, I want you to have a good weekend. Make sure those dogs are being looked after that you talked about.
Oh, yeah. Our cousin has it. Donna's cousin
Okay.
has the dogs. They're being looked after. And Donna is supposed to be released on Sunday, so we have our fingers crossed.
All right. Have a good weekend, Pat. I'll speak to you on Monday.
Okay, bye, Marshall.
Take care. Pat Pagano this morning in the Weather Center with a check on our tri-state forecast here on Robin Hood Radio.